some wins, and today wasn't necessarily pretty, but you did grind one out and you got the win.
Yeah. Look at Washington State's scores. Nobody's gotten them by a bunch. You just know every time you play them, you're going to have to play that kind of a game. And we did. And it wasn't pretty early, but I thought late we did a really good job. That second half, obviously much better. And those are important wins. I'm glad we went through that.
I thought Sedona Prince really gave you some good minutes tonight, and some flashes of some greatness that we're going to see from her in the future.
She did. Yep. Just her second night out. And she felt good. She was healthy, Terry, and that makes a big difference. And, we'll continue to find ways to use her more, but I thought she was great. No question about it.
And Tahina Paopao showed some differences, I think, in the pick and roll and making some passes and setting up the defense to make a pass.
She did. I thought she improved. She struggled early with her shot, but made some good plays in the paint. We dominated the paint tonight. And then on the boards, Terry, I thought we did a great job on the boards against these guys. And, we've defended well. Man, I look past the last at least four. I'm not smart enough at this age to look past that too much, but between Stanford and Cal and then Arizona and now these guys, that's four really good defensive efforts in a row. And that's going to go a long way. We're going to find our whatever you call it, our moxie. We're going to get it together offensively. But right now it's not clicking like it should, but it will, as long as we're doing it at the defensive end.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win. Good to be home, and we'll talk to you before Washington on Sunday.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Coach, we're going to start with Eric Scopel, 247 Sports.
You always start with Eric. He's got
his hand up first, Coach.
Oh, he's big time. I like that.
Quick trigger finger, Coach. I guess
you'd be great on Jeopardy, Eric.
I'll take it. I don't know if I know any of the answers though. Defensively, I just wanted to ask you about the activity, because I know offensively that first quarter it could have spiraled for you guys, but you held them to 14 points, kind of kept contact, and then the offense got better from there.
Yeah, I thought that second unit that came in did a really good job of kind of establishing some kind of offense. And I thought that was an important time, but that's 2 games in a row where we've struggled to start. But yeah, we got it going. I think we got good shots. I look at Tahina's shots early. They're good. I mean, we were 2 of 14 from the 3. And quite frankly, I can't think of maybe 2 that were questionable or quick. Those are good shots that we're going to make, I hope, at some point. We're just in one of those ruts, big guy.
Jerry Thompson, Ducks Illustrated.
Congratulations, Coach. You can hear me now, right?
Yeah, last week we struggled with you, buddy.
A lonely time. I don't know what it was. But anyway, I'm not trying to compare last year as far as personnel and team, but last year, you had averaged 25 threes and you made 10. Basically 39-40%. These last few games, you haven't been getting what is it that you need to get those threes? Because you said you had one of the best shooting teams, and I believe that. But how do you get more threes that are open and flow? Because that seems to be the difference.
Yeah, it does. As you can tell from early in the game, we really tried to get it inside. We ran a lot more pin downs, a lot fewer ball screens. Because we're just trying to figure out a way. The honest truth is, though, Jerry, we're not as good in ball screens as we've been in the past. And if you don't have somebody that can turn the corner and draw some defense to where you can then kick it and make the extra pass and an open 3, then we're in trouble. And right now we're just not doing a good enough job on our ball screens to create the spiral. It becomes a spiral, and so we tried to get it inside and play inside out, hoping that would allow us to get some threes. But it's, we're just going through a little spell right now. We got to continue to figure it out. But that was a good win.
Oh, yeah.
Dave Scripia, the Oregonian.
Kelly, the defense performed well across the game statistically, but the intensity certainly appeared to pick up from the second quarter on.
Yep.
What did you say? What kind of prompted it? Because in the first quarter, even though you held them to 14 points and they didn't shoot well, it seemed at times that your guys were kind of on their heels, and then all of a sudden it was much more intense in the second quarter and then in the third especially.
Yeah, well, we reminded them each time out, each at the end of the quarter, and and they just figured it out, and the light bulb went on. And I thought Xavi Lopez, he did this scouting report. I thought he did a great job. I thought we nailed it. A couple of those threes they got in the first quarter, James, we just had our hands down and we were in position. And you just got to have a hand in the shooting pocket. And we just a couple of times, but I think it was just something we continued to harp on the whole game, and with the fresh bodies we were able to throw at them, I think it helped our energy.
Hayden Herrera, NBC 16, excuse me.
I also think Eric should be on Jeopardy, but I digress. You mentioned that second unit coming in. What kind of a mindset do you tell those players to get in when they're coming in, they look up at the scoreboard, it's well into the first quarter and there's only 2 points for your team?
Well, they couldn't do worse. I actually liked our rotations tonight. I don't think I ran as many players in and out. I still think we ended up with 10 or 11 players that played, but it didn't seem seemed like there was a little bit more flow. We tried to give everybody, every group a chance, but yeah, I think they saw an opportunity, Hayden. They realized we were struggling and they went in and more than anything, they kind of picked up the offense a little bit, and we started feeling a little bit better about that. But I thought consistently defensively, we really did a nice job tonight.
Ryan Thorburn, register guard.
Kelly, was it a relief that Niara was able to go back in the fourth quarter and deliver that big assist to Pal Pal?
No question. That was a big play. She, just hurt her ankle there. We're a little beat up. You notice we had a couple of kids, in street clothes. Maddie Shears hasn't practiced this week because of an ankle. And so I'm glad she got a little bit of time, but I didn't want to push it late. But yeah, she showed some real toughness there, and that was a heck of a play.
Back to Eric.
I'll go 2 for 1 here, just quickly on Kylie. Is that the long-term thing? And then I guess just the duo down there in the post, and I guess you go high-low, but with Sedona and Niara, that seemed to be a place you had a lot of success. Exciting. I think going into the season, that was a big part of what you wanted to do. Kind of excited to see that come together a little bit today.
Yeah, a little bit. We got to continue to get better at it. I don't think we were great. Niara had some good looks. She'll be the first to admit that she was a little disappointed in how she finished. But I think we showed that when we can play through Sedona a little bit, that she'll change our dynamic. But we got to just get in the gym, old-fashioned, get some shots up and game speed and start seeing the ball go through and regain that confidence. I think a lot of it's just confidence.
Just a couple more for you, Coach. Bill Berker, KWVA.
Yeah, Coach, I want to talk about Jazz Shelley for a second. Hit that great shot down the stretch. You see her every day. Over the last stretch of 3 or 4 games, she's had, minimal points, not to undermine the contributions. Do you think that's a confidence booster? Have you seen a low in confidence? Just talk about that.
Yeah, Jazz had a really good week in practice. We had decided that this was the lineup we wanted to go with. We haven't gone with this lineup yet. But Jazz, I thought she was big. That's why she was on the court down at crunch time, because she had earned that and she was playing well. The one thing she can give us, she's one of those guards that can probe. We don't have a ton of penetrators, and she's one of those that can really probe, penetrate, get underneath the defense like Steve Nash used to. And I thought she did a good job of that. Jazz continues to work hard. She's a good player. Again, like you said, she struggled a little bit offensively, but she'll find her niche. She'll find it.
And last one, we'll close with Jerry.
Got me on. Okay. Well, kudos, Coach. for the lowering the turnovers. He must have done a lot of work in practice, other than Taylor, Mike Sell kind of forcing a bunch in the first
Yeah.
quarter.
Post entries were awesome.
Yeah, but after that, it was great. I thought you guys must have really worked well on that. Kudos for that.
Yeah, and they didn't put the kind of pressure on that Arizona did. I mean, it's a little bit different. They did at the end, but yeah, I mean, we're capable. I think the more if you just try to, if you focus on that too much, then they start to, their heads start to spin a little bit. Come on, they can get open, they can get the ball, and they can bring it up on anybody. I'll tell you what though, Jerry, it's one of the negatives of this year. We don't have practice guys. So we ourselves don't play a lot of pressure defense, and so they don't really see it. It sometimes is a shock to our systems when we see that pressure. Normally we have practice guys who, on the weeks we play Arizona and UCLA and those kind of teams, we have them just get into us all week so that when we get to the game, the pressure they see is actually not as good as what they saw in practice all week. We don't have that luxury. So, we knew that wouldn't be that big of a deal tonight. It might be on Sunday, and it certainly will be coming up when we start to play those other teams again. So we'll do a better job of preparing them next time.
That'll do it. Thank you for your time, Coach.
All right, you guys, you're the best.